All right, so we all know Earl Spence is fighting against Ugas tonight. And Terrence Crawford's team, I guess they've made it clear that Terrence Crawford's not going to the fight. Yet they, for whatever reason, still feel this need to talk about, what Ugas looks like and Earl Spence being on, quote, special diets, talking all this negative stuff for whatever reason. At the end of the day, you can say whatever you want about Ugas looking like whatever they say he looked like. What Ugas is a man that fought Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? After that, he got himself a pay-per-view fight with Manny Pacquiao, and now he's about to do a second pay-per-view against Earl Spence in big, meaningful fights that everybody wants to see. So that's what Ugas is doing. So Ugas is good. That's like he got the two fights that Terrence Crawford have been trying to supposedly get for all these years, especially even the Manny Pacquiao fight. Ugas got that. So Ugas is good. But that to the side though. Him not going to a fight is if he wanted to supposedly set up the fight, it's not a good look, because at the end of the day, you want to, build up as much leverage as you possibly can, in getting this particular fight. That means building up the suspense to the point where you can say, hey, yo, you see how hyped up people are. You see how bad they want the fights, and you can't do that without me. You get that, you do what you can do to bring that fight to a boiling peak. You put yourself into a space where you can see these fans like really craving for that bout. So you have some kind of leverage when you go to those negotiations tables. Right now, like you're sitting there, you're quiet, you're not really in the media like that at all, but then you're screaming about you want 50-50 and you want a substantial amount of money. You try to get a multi-fight deal on DAZN and try to get an exorbitant amount of finances, but Eddie Hearn DAZN said no thank you, So then supposedly you were trying to get a multi-fight deal with PBC, but I don't know, either you or them, whatever, just want them to do a 2-fight deal or whatever it is. I don't really care about the rumors too much because they're all over the place. And 1 minute people are saying this and then the exact same people are saying something opposite the next day. So I don't take too much into the rumors. But, if you want to do... if you really want to do this fight and maximize what you're going to make from this fight, you go to that bout. You go to that bout. You do the interviews. You do the talking. So you get that buzz going. So when they see all this analytics and they see all the, these people, putting out videos about you and the things that you said and the engagement that's going on, all those go towards, you getting closer to what you want monetarily. If you're thinking that you're just going to lay back and do absolutely nothing and you're just going to get what you want, that's not going to happen. At the end of the day, the man still has other options and he's going to be willing to negotiate with you, but he's going to have a limit of what he's going to be able to do. He's not going to go past a certain limit. The man's going to be sitting there like, yeah, I got these 3 belts. I've done God knows how many pay-per-views. I've done gates that are substantially higher than yours. And I'm not going to give you this. I'll give you this. And if you don't take it, he'll walk away and go do something else. He'll go up to 154 pounds. So yet for whatever reason, Terrence Crawford keeps acting as if he's in some kind of space of he has some kind of leverage. Like he's in a position of leverage. Yes, he wants that undisputed belt, and you had the last belt. But again, he's only going to do so much in order to get that. If they can't work out a deal, he's just going to move it to 154 pounds, or whatever, And then those belts are going to scatter. They're going to go to Ennis. They're going to go to Ennis. They're going to go to maybe even Ellis. They're going to go to maybe Ortiz Jr. They're going to go, if he can even make 147 pounds anymore. And it's going to go to what do you call it? It's going to go to probably Keith Thurman. And then they're going to have their pay-per-views or their big bouts or their pay-per-views without you also. They're going to do that. And if you go up to 154 pounds, you're still stuck because you still got to deal with the same people. And because Kazoo has the next mandatory, you're not looking at being able to even fight for a belt for a good 1.5 years. You're just going to put yourself into a bad position because Earl Spence can move up. He can go move up and fight for Honduras next at 154 pounds in a massive fight in Texas. Huge fight in Texas at 154 pounds and do ridiculous numbers. He doesn't need you. So the best thing for him to have done would have been to go to that fight. and watch that fight and do the interviews and see if he can even get inside of the ring. But, you know, just get that engagement, get those talks going. Even speak to that man right after he gets out the ring, because you don't have to go into the ring. So when he's walking out, you can pull up right on him. And you can start speaking then, you know, but just to get that engagement going, you know, because you don't have any of that, you know, going for you. All you basically have to bring to, you know, is your numbers. You know, what are your pay-per-views? What are your gates? They look at that, and then they look at Errol Spence's, and they got their numbers, and they're not going to be comparable. You know, you're gonna be comparing apples to moon rocks. You know, so, but you want to maximize what you can get off of this. These are could be the 1 or the 2 biggest fights of your career. You know, and you want to absolutely maximize, you know, what you can make on those bouts. But he's choosing not to do that, you know. So, but regardless, if Errol Spence wins this fight, because everybody needs to put some respect on Ugas. People just acting like Ugas is some kind of just afterthought or something like that. But, you know, he could put a wrench in people's plans easily, you know, very easy. He's very skilled. Everybody's talking about, oh, he's going to destroy, you know, Ugas. He's going to knock him out in 2-3 rounds for a pound. I don't know about that. If he does that, I'll give him a whole lot of props and respect, because I'll be shocked, because what I'm expecting is a hard fight where he ends up winning 7-5, 8-4. But it's going to be a hard, tough fight for him. To me personally, I don't see it as something that's going to be real easy for him to, you know, to win. He's going to have to put in a lot of work tonight in order to get that victory. You know, and if he's able to get that victory, I know for sure they're 100% going to contact them, see where he stands. Is he working with Kinahan? If he's working with Kinahan, if he's working with Probellum, can that fight even be made? Is it even a possibility? Because if he's working with those people, reality is they might not be able to do anything with them at all. You know, it might be something they have no choice but to stay off of due to, you know, the United States government saying so. You know, saying no, you can't do any dealings with them. You know, so it might not even this fight now might not even be a possibility, but we'll see. You know, we'll see after this bout is done. They're definitely gonna try to negotiate with them, and all this quote, this man ducking, that man ducking. We're gonna see finally. We are finally gonna see, because 100% they are definitely gonna contact them and see what they can do about, you know, getting that bout done. You know, and Espinosa wants to get it done. Earl Spence wants to get it done. I mean, PBC, I think their mindset is, yeah, we could get it done if it's cool, but if we can't, we got other things we can also do on top of that. But I'm sure they're going to do what they can do to get this down, because Earl Spence wants it so bad, you know. But for now, like, subscribe, share. I'm out.